Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our spiritual mind healing service for this evening. Getting some technical things out of the way. Let us begin as all things begin, at the Temple of Light, center of and center for spiritual living. So I'm going to start with our opening prayer. So we just join in this consciousness of oneness this evening. So we know we are one with that one, which is all that is. And we know that this is true for everyone who identify as a Jamaican this evening. So it's within that consciousness of oneness that I do this prayer that we sing as a national anthem in Jamaica. We say, Eternal Father, bless our land, guide us with thy mighty hand, keep us free from evil powers, be our light through countless hours. To our leaders, great defender, grant true wisdom from above, and justice, truth, be ours forever. Jamaica land, we love. Teach us true respect for all. Stir response to duty's call. Strengthen us, the weak to cherish. Give us vision, lest we perish. Knowledge send us, Heavenly Father. Grant true wisdom from above, and justice, truth, be ours forever. Jamaica, Jamaica, land we love. I'm just gonna ask everyone joining me to just go into a few moments of silence and reflect on the words of that prayer, which is our national anthem. And so it is. Just gonna ask you to just bring your mind now back to where you are and just center yourselves right where you are right now. So this evening, I'm gonna speak about healing of the nation. That doesn't mean that there is anything wrong with our beautiful island, Jamaica. As our Governor General said, there's nothing wrong with Jamaica. That's what's right with Jamaica cannot overcome. So in this consciousness, I'm talking about healing in terms of fixing anything, but healing in terms of the revealing of the divine idea, which is Jamaica, which is so wonderfully, in my view, set forth in our anthem. And this evening service, it's a healing service, is also a sharing service, where I'm going to ask those who are with me to share their views a little from this in terms of what the anthem means to them. So they can start to just spend some time reflecting on what the anthem means to you. When I'm thinking about this, I got this sort of funny story. Well, it's not really, well, it's a story that I saw that said that that when the pastor of a church, when he needed a new car, the members of the church did fundraising and they asked everybody to contribute to getting this car for the pastor. But it also came up that somebody in that church also needed surgery. But in response to the person that needed surgery, the response was, let us pray. So it is within that context that as some people may approach our anthem, that it is something nice and aspirational to sing about Jamaica. But in order to realize the words of the anthem, it cannot just be something that we sing. It has to be a prayer that we live. And we know that prayers manifest when we reach the stage of realization within our consciousness, when we embody what we are praying about as being here right now. So one of our members, Douglas Areen, said that Jamaica is a state of consciousness. And I also agree with that Jamaica is a state of consciousness. So when we reach that state of consciousness, where we embody the views, the aspirations in our anthem, then what we sing about will manifest as our experience in Jamaica. I want to focus on the lines that we tend to repeat: justice and truth. And I'm now gonna ask you, what to you, what does this mean? So I don't know if anybody want to start. Tell me what justice and truth means to them. They won't have to call on anybody.
Can I give it a shot?
Yeah, man. Yes,
I mean,
Sandy.
I see justice as fairness of that everybody is worthy um, of the benefit of the largesse of the country, that we walk the path of being the laws of the land, and everybody is deserving of fairness when, if and when there's a breaking of the law. That in the workplace that we are treated equally. This is a justice part. And that, you know, each of us has an equal opportunity to grow and thrive and blossom. Justice and truth now is really principle now, as I understand, that there are certain, not external national laws, but internal, what is it now? The laws of the universe that govern who we are and who we are being. And these laws are, this is a truth that I choose to live by, you know. So I want to know that my world is fair and that I follow the straight and narrow. So there's justice and truth in my life.
Okay. All right. Let me hear somebody else. Let me see who I have this evening. Oh, Dawn, you want to tell me what it means to you? You can just open your mind.
I haven't thought about it before, so it's a little, well, what's the way to put it? I agree with what Sandy has said, and but I'd never really given it serious thought before. Just that every time I hear the national anthem, it just lifts me to a higher level. I just feel so good, especially if I'm singing it too. Not just hearing it, but singing it, it just lifts me up to a very high level. So I figure there's something in the words that just, I'm not sure, but it does something for me, which I never tire of hearing it and singing it and knowing that this is the country that I love and will always love and will always live here, no matter what is happening. It's my beloved country.
Okay. All right. And then Auntie Lynn, can you just tell me what it means to you? Can you open your mic? I'm not hearing her.
Yes, one word comes in my mind when I talk about justice, and it's the word fairness.
Right.
You know, that that is whatever happens, it's fair. You know, and I mean as in not FEAR, of course.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Yes, fairness. Yes, and that which is true, I guess, is something. I'm thinking of scientific truths, you know,
Right.
and something is true scientifically if it has been proven over and over and over and over and over and over again to be so that it becomes a fact, you know, and this fact becomes accepted. So that is what in my mind is the word fact. That is a fact that it is, you know. So fairness for justice and something factual, you know, something veracity is another word for truth, you know, something that has been proven over and over and over again, you know, to be so.
You know, the other part of that line says, "Be ours forever." Justice, truth, be ours forever.
Yes.
And I'm thinking that it's not something that is yesterday or is just going to happen for 2.5 weeks until I'm 42. But it's forever. It's like in perpetuity. My, you
eternal.
know, and it's a declaration, it's not, can we please have justice and truth? Now and forever. It's just, it's a statement of declaration. Justice, truth, be ours forever.
Right.
So this is just my experience now, full stop, close quotes, and forever. Amen.
Yeah. I love the point that you made, Sandy, that this is a declaration, right? We are declaring justice and truth. And justice, the part about it, I agree with what everybody said, but I'd like to add that justice means we do unto others as we want them to do unto us. Because justice
Definitely.
is in terms of like universal law, right? It is impartial and it gives to you whatever you impress upon it.
Correct.
So that we then give to others, we do to others as we'd like them to do to us. And if we were to even just do that aspect of the anthem, so that even a critical mass of Jamaicans were to embody that we do unto others as we'd have done unto us, then that part in the second verse about teaching us true respect for all, that would follow automatically from that part, that applying and living from that principle of justice, right? And also in terms of truth, thinking kind of somewhat along what Auntie Liv said, but the main point that it is what is true is what is real. And what is real is that which, again, is eternal. It don't come in and out of existence. So it's like the attributes of God. Those are the principles that I would say as truth. Of course, along with honesty and being genuine and being kind and so on. But it's to be things like also peace, love, light. Well, we do affirm light several times in the anthem also. So if we, or when we fully embody these principles, because we have embodied them to some extent, and we have made great progress because the anthem puts to music our aspiration. I said it's our prayer. It's what we want to see manifest. So that we have manifested it to the extent that our consciousness, to the extent that our consciousness has embodied it. But I think I can say without any fear of contradiction that we are not where we want to be. So we need to continue to embody these principles, to live from these principles. And so that to live from the principles, we need certain practices, right? And one of the practice we could do is like when we wake up, just kind of just meditate on the words again, you know? and try to get them imprinted in our consciousness as we go about our day-to-day life. Another thing, we can show respect to everyone we meet. Greet them, smile, or bless them, right? We could even try that. Well, this is something we should really do every day. So that way it's like an assignment to try it for a month and see. But if you haven't been doing that all the time, try and practice it. Because I know it makes a big difference. A lot of times, I don't know if this is also a lot of other persons' experience, that a lot of the issues, interpersonal issues that people tend to have with each other, is that somebody feel disrespected. Anybody have any comment on that?
Mhm.
You know? So for
Uh,
practice, yes, Sandy.
Yeah, you know, we even have a term for it. In this me.
Yeah, this exactly.
And it is a challenge to one's sense of self when one feels this, that
Yes.
you're diminishing me, you are making me not good enough.
Mhm.
And the only way I know how to meet that challenge is to throw it back at you.
Exactly.
And so because we've never learned how to deal with that type of behavior, you know, I remember my ex-husband telling me a story about he and a little boy playing, and he made the error and he hit the boy. They were playing and, you know, he licked the other little boy. But this was happening in his own backyard.
Mhm.
And so the little boy ran inside the home and said to my ex-husband's mother, you know, that boy hit me, lick me. And the mother turned to the little boy and said, well, then lick him back.
Exactly.
You know, and so that's what we learn. And the child went and took a ketchup bottle and broke it over his head. I mean, so that's just what we learn, you know, tit for
Mhm.
tat, butter for fish.
Right.
We don't learn to talk things out. We don't learn to share as children,
Mhm.
you know, and so we carry it into adulthood. And deep inside, there's that need to be validated and valued. And nobody
Right.
tells us that the validation is not necessarily because we are perfect, whole, and complete.
Right. Right. So that if we do unto others as we would want them to do unto us, when we make mistakes, we want others to be able to see our point of view and recognize that as a mistake and with some form of forgiveness, compromise, and we work it out easily. You
Definitely.
know, and then a lot of our disputes will get solved. We'd learn to work together much easier and so on. And in fairness, in terms of everybody paying account to their work and things like that, that's another basis where we tend to have a lot of disputes,
Mhm.
which can just be resolved if we just agree to live these principles.
Mhm.
You know? So that what I love about Jamaica is that our anthem, our pledge, and all of these things are really things that I can say without feeling any form of, uncomfortable. Yeah, there are anthems that I've heard that really are kind of what it's a jingoistic. That there are some are even war songs, and so I know that South Africa anthem is also a prayer like ours, God bless Africa. And it's really a wonderful legacy. And if we could just embody along with our pledge, you know, which is to like use our wisdom, our strength in service to each other. If we could do that, then we would really, when we say Jamaica, no problem, then it would be very meaningful and would truly be the paradise that we say we are. So we are don't ask what's the difference between truth and a fact. I know Auntie Liv can come in, but to me, facts are based on what we know to the best of our knowledge. So they have to be constantly corroborated. And after a while, you might realize that what we thought was a fact is not so. While truth is eternal, right?
So,
So
so
that,
yeah,
yeah.
for me, a fact is what you can see, hear, smell, taste, or touch. But then
Mhm.
that even so, I can see it differently from you, who can see it differently from the next person. But for the most part, we can say that rain falls from, from clouds.
Right.
I mean, science has concluded that based on the research.
Right.
But truth now is principle. And principles are, I don't know, if you can't, whereas you can see the rain falling from the sky. I don't know how you measure truth. Truth is immutable. It just is. So, yeah, how you measure truth?
Right. Because,
You could say truths are intangible.
yes.
They are intangibles. They just and the biblical explanation of truth. Um, you know, it's something, as you say, that goes on forever and ever. It's unchangeable.
Mhm.
It's intangible. It's yes. It's
Immutable.
something. Yeah. Yes. Immutable. It doesn't change. Yes.
Right. Right.
But facts can change,
Yes.
Look at Guinness Book of Records. It's a fact that Lilith Nelson has the highest soprano in the world, or it was a fact that, I'm just making that up. That it was a fact that Usain Bolt was the fastest man in the world. When somebody else come and beat that record, that will be a new fact.
Yeah.
And the fact came about because he moved from one point to another running in 9.58 seconds. It was measured and established as fact.
And it was, many people thought it was a fact that matter could not be created or destroyed. But we know that that is not so. We know that the underlying thing is not matter, it's energy. It's energy that
Cannot
can,
be created or destroyed.
right,
Yeah.
right,
Can transform from one. Can move from one form to another.
form to another. Okay. So to just close off this section, as a healing service, I want to give you something that you can take away. So I heard this version of I Pledge My Heart. I want you to listen to. I had it up, but
Oh,
Just getting
yeah.
accustomed to this tablet. Yes, we hear it.
Oh, that Camille K.
Yes.
I pledge my heart forever to serve with humble pride this shining homeland ever, so long as earth abide. I pledge my heart this island as God and faith shall live. My work, my strength, my love, and my loyalty to give. Oh, green, I love the Indies, Jamaica strong and free. Our vows and loyal promises, our heartland is to thee.
Oh,
I pledge my heart forever to serve with humble pride this shining homeland ever, so long as earth abide. I pledge my heart this island as God and faith shall live. My work, my strength, my love, and my loyalty to give. Oh, green, I love the Indies, Jamaica strong and free. Our vows and loyal promises, oh, heartland is to thee.
oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. That was so beautiful, Vance. Dogs.
That's a wow, wow.
Yes,
Yeah, man, definitely.
love that. Love that version. Yes.
Yeah.
And that
And
was
what
a
you're saying
cappella.
about Auntie Lily being the best soprano. Yeah. Yeah, if we
I'm
could
not
just,
seeing, are you ready for the requests?
yeah, prayer requests.
I'm not seeing anything on YouTube.
YouTube. All
No,
right.
not at all.
Anybody?
Yeah,
have a question?
requesting right action for sale of house.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right action for anybody
Yeah.
else?
And can I ask for light?
Okay.
Just to clear some stuff that's coming up for me from
Okay.
the past.
Okay. Any other requests for light or right action? Okay. So let me start with light, and then I'll do right action for dawn. There's an affirmative prayer of light for Sandra and anyone else who is open and receptive to this prayer. So we know that God is omniscient, all knowing. We know that God is all that is. So I'm knowing that Sandra and everyone who is receptive allows this light to be expressed in their lives, in their feelings. I know that this light that light from within them guides them into the paths of right decisions, into the path of knowing what they need to know, when they need to know. And this light, here's the wisdom that transcends all human understanding. And in this light, there is clarity. In this light, there is right thinking. So from this place, their path is clear. From this place, they know that they are guided by love. And everything they do is a blessing, taking them to an expanded consciousness of what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, of who they are, whose they are, and what is theirs to do. So I give thanks for this light. And I just release these words now, knowing that it is as I have spoken. And so it is. So in this in this consciousness of light, knowing that God is all that is, we know that the manifest universe is the body of God, is the logical and necessary unfolding of self-knowingness of God. In this consciousness, I know that Dawn and everyone is one with God. So in this consciousness, I know that God is guided into the path of righteousness of the law. I know our decisions guide her into right activity at the right time, right place. And I know that in this consciousness, sale of the house takes place easily, effortlessly. I know that the purchaser is guided to this place, knowing this divine guidance that is leading them. So I know that this place meets all that they require for their fullest expression of their divine potential. And they greet this place with joy. And the sale takes place easily, effortlessly, and unfolds in perfect divine timing. So I give thanks for this divine activity. And I just release these words now to that law that has already made it so. And so it is. Any other prayer requests?
Thank you very much, Vance.
Yes,
But
Dawn.
not seeing any on YouTube, no more on Zoom.
This is not a prayer request. I'll just do a prayer of love and then we'll do our announcement.
Okay.
So God is love. That love ever giving itself as each and every one of us, ever knowing itself in as all creation. So in this love, I know that all is well. And in this love, I know that our island Jamaica grows into fullness of its divine potential. We allow love to be the way of our hearts and the heart of our way. We greet each other with kindness. We greet each other with respect. We serve with love. We serve as we commit in our national field. And Jamaica grows in prosperity, beauty, and all that is good. Yes, and see that Jamaica is a wonderful place, a land we love. In this consciousness, we love each other, and our brotherhood is established. It's all good. It's all God. So I just release these words now to that law that makes it so. And so it is.
So it is.
Okay, Sandy, you can run the announcements.
There you go.
So we join Reverend John on Wednesdays, that is tomorrow, Fridays and Mondays at
Vance,
6 a.m. Yeah.
you missed one. There was a request for abundance from Tamu. I just saw it.
Oh,
Mm.
here we
I did,
come.
oh, no, I didn't see that, but okay, go ahead. Let me just take this off for now then.
All right. So we pause
Just came up.
in this quiet moment, right where we are right now. And we just recognize the living Spirit Almighty, all that is the source of all that is good. And knowing that we are one with this one, we know that this is our all sufficiency. Everything we require is provided plentifully, abundantly. All that we need, like air, water, fruits, can't count it. Lavish abundance is here. So we claim this good. I know this is true for Tamu and everyone open and receptive to this knowing that good is here and we claim it. We appreciate it. We share it. We circulate it. And it comes back to us, shakedown, running over, with overflow of abundance and all that is good, all that we require in terms of money substance, in terms of opportunities, in terms of serving, in terms of kindness. How wonderful it is, how marvelous it is. So I just release these words with thanks to that source, ever giving of itself. And I know that this is so, and so it is.
So it is.
And so it is.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Okay.
Right. So I said, you can join Reverend John tomorrow, Mondays and Fridays at 6 a.m. in his garden, and it's on his Facebook page. You need to make that adjustment on the slide. So Reverend John at 6, and then at noon, Reverend on Mondays to Friday, noon, yes, Eastern Standard Time for a midday boost for the soul with noon bites. You'll get some wonderful affirmation, carry through the day. And then on Thursdays at 6 p.m., except the last Thursday in the month at 5 p.m., we have prayer power. You come and be lifted up by the transformative power of God's love, light, peace, and joy. And this is on Zoom, and the Zoom link can be found on our Facebook page. And then starting on September 7th, our new class start with Reverend Sonia, practitioner Steve Golden, and myself, as we take you on an exciting journey of renewing the mind and transforming the soul. We ignite your life with Bible wisdom, where we'll be looking at the parables, looking at the metaphysical interpretation, and looking at how these parables are transformative and renewing. And we're asking you to invite anyone who you believe will be interested to come to this class. This class is open to everyone.
Is it is it Sealing? Is it the book that you're using?
Learn to Live, Irvin Seal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one of the books.
The main book is the Bible. The Bible is the main book.
And the Lamsa Bible.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a class that I believe developed in Unity, that Centers for Spiritual Living, as adapted also, yeah. So sign up for it. And then this one is not to be missed also, our master class. Come, play, awaken, and deepen and grow and learn to thrive. Tamu just spoke about, made a request for abundance, and the prayer of abundance, the art of abundance, and the power of a vision are some of the themes that we'll be examining in this masterclass with Dr. Dennis Merritt Jones, right? So it's on October 27th to 29th, is it, Sandy?
Yes, that's correct. That's my birthday weekend.
Right, so come and celebrate with Sandy.
Definitely.
In spirit of abundance.
I'm thinking of the
But you
dinner
have to pay
party at the
them.
hotel right now.
Sandy, that may pay for everybody, so that you have to pay.
Oh, but then when come and then we have dinner together.
Okay, right. So it's not to be missed. Come to this master class. I'm certain that you will be rewarded much more than the 465 US for double occupancy. And it's what, 678 for single?
678 for single and 465 per person. That means that two of you share a room, you pay 465 each. If you want a room all by yourself, you pay 678.
Okay.
And a little birdie prips me and tell me that Reverend Michelle will be there that weekend.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Next thing.
So next Tuesday at 6 p.m., join practitioner Carol Campbell for Spiritual Mind Healing Service, which takes place on Zoom and YouTube Live.
Okay.
And of course, on Sunday morning, we have our service. If I could miss that slide.
Okay,
with our
I've not
service.
seen that.
Okay. If you feel moved to support our ministry, please feel free to donate at donate.templeoflightcsl.org. And thank you for your generosity and for helping us to be a beacon of light for the world. And if you're about to give, I was going to ask you to place your hand over your heart and just say this blessing with me. Lovingly I give, joyfully I receive. Be thou fruitful, increase and multiply. Bless, prosper, and enrich everyone whom you touch, and replenish all of my financial affairs. Thank you, Father. And so it is. And now, the prayer of our center, the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living, is a sacred field embodying our spiritual community from which the Christ, peace, love, and joy emanate to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, and to liberate anyone who comes into contact with it in any way. The light of the Christ illumines us, our center, and our environment. Our spiritual community is filled with and surrounded by the presence of God and is growing from strength to strength. The power of God expands our consciousness of truth, guiding us ceaselessly along the paths of wisdom, spiritual growth, unfoldment, and attainment. We are blessed, and to God be the honor and the glory forever. And so it is. And now the prayer of Jamaica. The radiant light of God's love is now flowing through us and from us to everything and everyone it touches. The eternal light of God's love now completely fills, covers, and surrounds our island, Jamaica. The glowing intensity of the light of God's love now interpenetrates and awakens within the hearts and minds of our countrymen and women. The truth of life is set free. The light of God's love is growing and glowing in intensity in the hearts and minds of mankind everywhere. Love, health, harmony, goodwill, peace, uprightness, integrity, joy, prosperity, kindness, and our oneness under God are now established. And so it is. So I just want to thank everyone who joined me today and everyone who sees this presentation, even if you see it on YouTube after. I'm just gonna do our closing prayer. So we give thanks for the sharing this evening. We give thanks for that living spirit, that presence which guided us and directed us, and which was so wonderfully expressed to everyone who participated this evening. And everyone who joins this presentation at whatever time. Indeed, everyone in the cosmos is blessed this evening. So as we leave this presentation and go to our individual activities, we go as one, knowing that God is our journey, God is our destination. It's all God, and it's all good. And I give thanks that all this is so, and so it is.
Thank you very much, Vance. Lovely, lovely.
Yeah. Thanks, Lord, and thanks everyone who joined. And I said, I just encourage us to just embody as best we can our aspirations in our anthem, our pledge.
Yes.
And I know that Jamaica will continue to prosper even more, way beyond what we have seen so far. So thank you, everyone.
Yes, absolutely.